Welcome everyone and welcome to All in All United. All your Emirates FA Cup. You know the game's coming, thick and fast as we say. And we keep hoping that the good form that we've been in continue. How we doing fellas? Nico,
Good
JP,
night, good night.
Chef, how we doing?
Yeah, good man.
Good, good, good.
It's kind of strange to be on a Friday too, but yeah, it's all
Yeah,
right.
I know it, but good man.
Nice, nice. So let me get in the mix one time, fellas. So 7 wins in a row for Ten Hag and Manchester United, right? 14 wins in 17 games. It gets better, right? Rashford starting on the left, then you have Garnacho coming on against tired defenders. Listen, hey, Alia, how good does it feel to be a United for the moment? How good does it feel to be a Manchester United fan at the moment? Nico.
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, you feel a bit entitled. By the time the game starts, hey, well, this game is ours. We win in this one. I think that the kind of confidence that rolling now. We feeling like the same at that time before we take over and we score at some point. You
Yep.
feeling like, yeah, you feel like we go soon we gonna score. Before we was one time when we go score, now we know we gonna score. So that's about that time. So that way is a different feeling, total different feeling at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Chef, you want to jump in? Or let me go to
Yeah,
JP?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
No,
go
no,
ahead,
I
Chef.
can, I can
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Quick send my video. Well, I was say it feel good. We beating people. The team have almost a swag about it right now. That, as we say, we don't want to get carried away, but it's good to see you're seeing confidence in every player. We used to say when we make substitutions, our intensity dropping, but that and all ain't happening. The men who coming off the bench fighting for playing time too, which is great to see. So yeah, no complaints at all right now, man.
Yeah, yeah. Spot on, spot on. JP, how does it feel being a Man United fan at the moment, bro?
GP stick there. I feel
Yeah,
his stick.
looking like JP have getting some little technical issues, but while JP sort that out, I
Yeah, man.
mean, yeah, go through
Yeah,
JP.
we hear him.
Yeah, yeah, this nice. Yeah,
All right, so I think JP got to sort himself out and jump back in. All right, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, for those who viewing, don't forget to like and share the podcast. We want to get more people in on the content to enjoy the result today. There were plenty positives about the performance, and there were some other things that we could frown on. Right, we're talking about missed chances, goalkeeper blunders. You know what I mean? And I think bar that one blunder, this game we have an next clean sheet on the record. But
Yeah.
I mean. So, fellas, 3 word match analysis. Where's your 3 words, Nico?
Rashford on fire, boy. Am I three?
Rush. Yeah, yeah. No doubt. I don't think anybody would disagree with that.
Mm.
Chef?
Yeah. Peace of mind. I was reading that apparently that is what Rashford celebration when he points his mind is about, and I'm getting where he coming from right now.
Also, that's what our celebration mean. Peace of mind.
Yep, yep, peace of
Okay,
mind.
okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I mean, I guess you might have a lot dealing with before. So
Yeah,
all right, fair, fair. Mine is our momentum continue. All right, continues. Our momentum continues. Right, because we go in and we go in as I mentioned the statistics. Before 7 wins in a row, right? 14 wins in 17. So the momentum or our momentum continues.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get into the team sheets and general thoughts. Nico, what was your thoughts when you saw the team sheet coming out? Any surprises? You expected anything? You was disappointed with anything in the starting lineup? Go through.
Yeah, definitely. From the last game where we just started, the last game was Lindelof and Maguire. Yeah, from that lineup, I don't know that Ten Hag going all out for this game. Yeah, and so said, so done. But the only difference was I was surprised that there was a Shaw centre back and that Martinez coming back from his back from the World Cup fully to perform today. That was the only surprise to me in the lineup. Um, outside of that, I think Shaw again did well. Shaw again did. I mean, Shaw's performance for some reason at some point I wasn't sure if he was at left back or centre back
Yeah.
For
because
real.
no, because he doing that work so flawless. It's so seamless. That transition. So yeah, it's so automatic that um his performance has really been good at left centre back.
Yep.
Of course, Martinez will come back in, and that in itself, when Shaw go back to the left back, even with that little cameo, little experience from the left centre back, he definitely be stronger and better for United because then now he could read the game better. He be seeing the game differently, so that is different aspects of his game overall would have improved with this better education he's getting now. So going back when he get back to our left back position, I think he'll be there was awareness positioning. I think he'll be way better off. So I think this has done well for himself and also for the team. Most importantly, outside of that, I think the team would have picked itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Chef?
Yeah. About the same. Listen, sure, sure, in my opinion, move ahead of Maguire and Lindelof for that centre back position, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now it's beginning to look so. I mean, I say me I just real happy to see the fella versatility. He's showing that he's a player. We wanted him to be all the time. The man looking cool and composed, you know. He and Varane look like a nice little partnership together, you know. So
Yeah.
besides that, again the side basically pick itself, you know, because we go in for the FA Cup. We're trying to win as much as we could. So Ten Hag really not trying to be picking any weakened squad. And to be quite honest, no team that picks supposed to be weakened. You're supposed to be able to put up a good side no matter what and go for it. So yeah, well done again.
Yeah, yeah. And you're seeing the intent as you would say, chef, to win as much as we could, in terms of games that would lead to titles and trophies. Because Ten Hag not shaking, his spine at the team. He making sure once them fellas fit, even if he had to take them off at some point, he making sure he start very, very strong. you know. And I guess he have the most, I want to say reliable options in defense, but because there's where he rotating the most now.
Hmm.
You rarely see him rotating he front
Mm-hmm.
four unless it have an injury. And well,
Yeah.
Casemiro and Erik started play
Yeah,
until them fellas turn grey. You understand what I'm saying? But
It was
for
good to see
me,
them get pulled today, though.
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, for
Especially
sure.
Casemiro, eh? Especially
Yep.
Casemiro. And I did find even when Casemiro came off, we you see the little drop now.
Yeah.
That kind of
You
structure
would.
and that kind
You would.
of. But I
Mm.
mean, he had to do it, eh?
Yeah.
Um, Also, I think Nico, you had mentioned it with regard to Luke Shaw being selected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what that's saying for Maguire and Lindelof, where
No.
you're bringing our left
Mm.
centre back, you're bringing our left back, and he come back into the middle of the park. Yes, I get that. He impressed Ten Hag with his performances there. I get that, but you have two centre backs on your bench. Well, you had three. right? And I know he probably trying to ease Martinez back in because I don't know if anybody noticed Martinez make one run and he was blowing. So
No.
I don't know if he had that level yet to start a full game for Man United. I think Ten Hag
Not
tried to
fitness,
ease him
yeah.
back in, right? Because when I see that, I see Martinez going on his knees and he blowing. I say, wow, this man fitness lacking, boy, and it makes sense as to why he probably didn't start. But I keep going back to, this thing about Ten Hag not using his centre backs. Not that I have an issue with it, but it kind of signaling something for me now, you know. So yeah, and I agree. The rest of the team more or less pick itself, and yeah. So it had
That's
Go ahead,
sorry,
you go.
as you was talking about Maguire and Lindelof not being picked. However, I think if it was the right centre back position available, I think it would have automatically been either Maguire or Lindelof to get a pick. But because they're not left footed naturally, I think that is why he may be more comfortable with Shaw. And Shaw is doing well. But I think if it was the right centre back position available, it would have been Shaw or Lindelof or Maguire to get the nod.
But Lindelof and Maguire didn't play last game together, cuz? So I don't understand.
No, on the right side of the centre back position.
Yeah,
It's
but
on
what I
a
was saying,
Varane. So if Varane position was available, let me say if Varane was unavailable, right? And let me say it had Martinez and Shaw available, then he wouldn't go with Martinez and Shaw. He would go with a Martinez Lindelof or a Martinez Maguire instead of a Martinez Shaw.
no, but what I'm saying is the
Let
last
me
game.
ask you this. Or they really feel that is the reason?
Well, there's like saying because and I was trying to
I
get
honestly
at
believe so. I honestly believe so.
because last game they
Right.
called Maguire and Lindelof playing the back. And it
But
had
I
no
don't
right
feel
or left. You
to be
understand?
quite
Yeah, but Shaw played
honest.
on the left back, eh? Shaw played left back.
Right, but the centre back positions was Lindelof and Maguire. So if you could trust two of them
Two
there,
right-sided.
then yeah. So then what happened today? What was the difference?
Yeah.
So
I
that
think
was
that's more because he put in more eggs in the basket for the Everton game, and we knew this. We knew that he won the FA Cup game, and he had a stronger team, and he sees this as the strongest team because of the balance in the centre back pairing. But again, I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. That the stronger, he would go to a left-sided or a left-footed centre back on the left side. Otherwise, he would rotate his team.
To Nico, I hear you, Nico, and it does make sense, but man, this is probably just me. I just feel it's Ten Hag using that excuse because it sounds good and it is logical, but the fact remains he don't really trust Maguire and Lindelof. That's all I feel it boils down to. He don't
And that's
trust
what I
them.
think. That's what I think.
He don't trust them, and he rolled the dice on Shaw, and Shaw coming up trumps right now. So roll with that. You have
That is
Varane,
what I believe.
and Martinez there. So them is the first choices. So you're good there, but the perfect backup right now just happened to be a left-footed player. But I really don't believe that is it. I believe this is this is the start of quietly getting them out.
Yeah, or letting them know that they're not first choice. Before I come to JP, let me just get some comments. Say, Kristen on the inside. Kristen, thanks for joining, buddy.
Hey, good night,
He's
man.
saying Anthony ain't looking good at all. Right?
I know.
He also saying here, I see it as rotation in every 3 games. Well, we go see. JP. Yeah, go ahead, Chef.
No, go ahead, JP.
JP, team sheet. Thoughts on the team sheet?
Yeah. To me, the team, I didn't see any real surprises in the team today. I think we preparing for Barca with Shaw in the back there, so it makes sense to continue with Shaw in that position to me. So I wasn't surprised to see that we continue. Up front, nothing surprising, and through the middle, more or less expected. And I would just go along with what all they're saying in terms of Maguire I think that's the writing on the wall for him.
Yep.
Less so for Lindelof. I think Lindelof have more of a place in the team than Maguire. But the writing on the wall.
All right, all right. I mean, and that's why I'm saying, but Nichols tend to see it from a
Yeah,
more tactical standpoint.
no,
No,
but
because what
it's
Nichols
clear to
saying makes
see.
sense, you know.
No, but it's clear to see they are not favourites. It's clear to see. But to me, if it was the right side of the centre back position
Yeah.
available, which is Varane position, I think the nod would have gone to Lindelof or Maguire first. And that's all I said. But it's just because it's the left side
Lindelof
available
before
and
Maguire, yeah.
he don't trust Lindelof or even Maguire, right? Maybe in the tougher games, in the games that he think that we should win, regardless of what, he might say, all right, let go ahead. But the games that is important, he want that balance on the left hand side. But again, I mean, that's my opinion, eh?
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
So let me get to the
Yeah.
game, guys, because the game started very quick. Both teams were showing intent, and when I saw how the game started, I told myself this was going to be a exciting game, and it's always exciting when you win at the end, right? No matter how end-to-end it is. Once you win, we go take that kind of excitement, and you was seeing how Everton tried to press, and we worked our way pretty neatly out of any kind of press they attempted. And even us, we were trying to high press on them, and we forced them into a couple errors where I thought maybe we could have punished them,
Should have
before the early punishment that we inflicted on them. Let me go through the first goal now, right? I think it was we won the ball deep, played to Martial, who
Push
had
it
to
up.
wriggle off 2 defenders, right? Who played it to Rashford. And then Rashford, in his hot form, was able to see. And I mean, I don't even know how Anthony had so much space for them playing 5 defenders at the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So that was listen, all the Everton in a real mess, because I thought with 5 at the
That
back they would have had some kind of
that pass
organization.
that pass was perfect.
Yeah, you understand?
We
So
always we always question Marcus' decision making, but right now that man can't do no wrong.
Nah, I Midas Marcia, Rashford, by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had some little times today. He might have tried little things and it didn't come off. And normally we cussing, but we just
now
like
we
all
allowing
right, all
that.
right.
We allowing that.
We
Yeah, we
allowing
allowing
that.
that.
Yeah,
We allowing that. We allowing that. Because
And we
he's
can
so
take that.
confident. Yeah, he's so confident that
Yeah.
go ahead. Right? Go ahead. But guys, what was your thoughts on the first goal that we scored?
Nice football. That was
And
if there's one thing I could definitely give Marcel his props for, his hold up and distribution in the center is proper. He screens the ball well, he looks for runners, and yeah, I give him that. I give him that.
JP?
Should be-
Yeah, Martial and Rashford, you're seeing that link up with them. And that to me, you see if we could get that going more, I think we will cause teams real problems because Martial, just like he and Rashford, have instinctive way to know where the next one would be when one receive the ball. And you see that with the first goal today when Martial released that ball to Rashford, and Rashford, like you're seeing the difference in just how he running at people. Kind of confidence that Rashford exuding right now. The way
Fire.
he like he don't fear nothing, he don't fear nobody on the pitch right now. The man just going at it. Whole It's a joy to watch Rashford play now, boy. Seriously.
Yep.
Seriously.
I know that one of JP players,
in a few months. Of course, you know that.
Yeah, for sure.
let me just get some comments here, right? Kristen saying here next game is Charlton on Tuesday. I sure to see Maguire and Lindelof starting the centre back positions.
Probably.
And you're sure that, and you're sure that because you might want
Martinez
Martinez
need
get
minutes.
some form.
Yeah.
Martinez might get some minutes before the City game.
You probably might see
Martinez.
Maguire, Martinez.
I really do think Martinez need the minutes.
Or Martinez, Lindelof.
Yeah, because Martinez was blowing today after one little run. Martinez lacking that kind of sharpness, and he gonna need to be sharp for that City game. All right. Simeon on the inside. Good night, Simeon. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying Ten Hag take the wheel and spin the whole ship around. Some men fall off, some men still hanging on, and some getting pulled back off from the plank.
Proper. Yeah.
I think Martial's still on the plank here, but
plenty. But we could dissect. No, we could dissect that from that comment from Simeon there, and we could have a whole show that's on that.
Yeah,
we could dissect that, and because I talk about who hanging on, who fall off, and who, Proper, I like that one.
He also saying here is what discussed that Ten Hag would revive Rashford, in hiring talks, and he's delivering, no doubt. And we go get a Rashford earlier. We have a segment for Rashford. Darren on the inside, night man, thanks for joining. He's saying Malacia shaky these days.
You fine, sir?
What?
The thing about it for Malacia is, all I remember, Malacia is a young player. He now coming into this top team with the expectations gonna be real high. And I think Malacia holding his own earlier. I'll be honest with you.
But how men can say this man shit? Boy, I really like Malacia though.
Darren is not the only one, It's our men talking that talk, right?
No, and I saw that and I was like, boy, Malacia is a throwback to how a defender used to be. Bruising.
And then to the among the props here, Malacia for even show resurrection. That is one who get pulled back off the plank.
True.
Right? So that's when they pull back off the plank. Malacia is
You know what I realized today? I listened to men talk about his tackling now. But you know what it is? Men get so accustomed to football, get so feet, that when you see that kind of aggression now, you automatically think, oh God, he wild boy. But when you watch the tackles is clean tackles. He taking ball. And listen, we was taught as defenders, ball and man can't pass here,
one other pass alone. Only one.
One alone.
But he has room to improve.
He does, without a doubt.
And I think that will happen over time. And with experience in the league, and even as we see on Ten Hag, he will improve.
He will.
But I say shaky, I find shaky a bit harsh, to be honest.
Maybe Darian, you could explain a little more what you mean by shaky. But there is a lot of room for improvement, and I wasn't even expecting Malacia to be this good, knowing how young he is, where he came from, and the expectations as a Man United player. Simeon saying here, oh gosh, he's saying, oh gosh, Malacia is my boy, but he just gets a real beat when he miss. All right. Darren saying attacking wise he good, but he just get beat. All right. Guys, another talking point in the game, Mr. Brick Wall, David De Gea. What was that? What in the world was that?
No, De Gea has always dropped them thing. For the season, De Gea must drop 2-3 of them thing. And
De Gea is giving at least 1 or 2 of that a season.
1 or 2? Nah, De Gea is giving more than that, boy. But in the form of the team now, we could just start off and go again. It was clumsy of him.
You lucky we win.
Nah, but it was clumsy of him, and the thing, the team would have rallied behind him. The team would have rallied behind him, and we came back and won the game strong. But it was
horrible.
It was one of those from the air that we kind of get accustomed to over the season.
JP, we make a David here, Iran. Is it something that we ought to be concerned about?
He looked like he forget he was in a football match. I feel like I was daydreaming or something because he posts up there and he hand hold and he posts tight.
Yeah,
Like what
yeah.
going on? Like I want to know. Well, he forget he is the man. Like he
But
fall asleep watching what going on there. And I think it's something they had never really is the most commanding in his box. And so I don't know because if you look at the goal that they get disallowed, even for that goal, he was holding the post tight. I don't think he's too old to get out his game, but
but
he had to come
that
alive a
one was
little bit
harder though,
easy in
eh?
the box as a keeper if he want to survive.
Yeah. Chef,
And why thinking also if he maybe had in his mind for some reason that Casemiro would have gotten fouled now.
Yeah.
And maybe we was expecting our whistle. Because
Yeah,
I just had a foul in the play. So I think he would maybe just dropped his
yeah,
guard thinking, all right, clear foul on
yeah. There
Casemiro.
was a
That
foul.
was
But
actually the first thing I thought. He
and then
gets
we
hit
get
with that.
shocked by the element of surprise. That wait, it's not a foul. So so your coordination, everything was in whack now. So
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But chef, this one for you on this whole the here thing, and although we just for discussion purposes, right? We're not gonna make a big issue over this one little error. But I know, you all on the panel or plenty other people would have said that the here need competition to keep him on his toes. And we start to see the here perform better when Dean Henderson was there. But now that it seems that, the here is the number one undisputed.
Undisputed.
Yeah, because even Ten Hag said that after when he was asked about Butland coming in and whatever. You're fearful, chef, of that kind of complacency coming back in.
Nah, man, I just think that was a one-off thing, man, because he did settle himself a couple minutes after, and he was back to normal, man. I think, and here is a player. He just come out and admit when he doing nonsense too, and that was just slackness. We could chalk it up to that because we won the game, but he could have done better. There are no two ways about that. Why not go and make no big thing about that, man?
and then last game to answer that, I think he would have came up with some big saves.
Yeah.
To show that complacency not really stepping in.
Yeah.
I
don't worry
today
about
was just a blot on the copybook. But to me, he had shown some real high standards.
This
This season
so
so
very
far.
consistent.
Yeah. They set up to yesterday, this week,
Yeah.
when they asked him about contract negotiations and stuff, and he said that he want to finish his career at Manchester. So if you have intentions of doing that, then your standards have to stay high.
Yeah,
Correct.
definitely.
Correct. Kristen saying, I find
Yep.
Anthony Santa look like a one-trick pony. We want to see Palestri play the right wing against Charlton.
That's not going to happen.
Simeon saying it would be nice to see him.
Games
But
split.
if he's still behind Ilangan, I think this is in response to Kristen's request for Palestri. I don't know the difference he can make. All right. David Curtin on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining on the YouTube side.
Yeah, but that's a nice man.
All right. Darian saying De Gea does give we a blooper every season.
That's what I'm saying. Every season,
A few
he
bloopers.
must make some countdown.
Yeah. So fellas, every time you look at Ten Hag's press conferences or his interviews, he always talking about, the team improving. Right now, we watching the team just as everybody else, right? And we have that kind of analytical mind as well. We don't just watch games for watching sake, right? What are these improvements that you think Ten Hag talking about when you look at the team? What are the improvements that you think the team needs? And we're not talking. We Xing out signings. So it's very easy to say, well, we need to sign a striker. We need to sign this. We need to sign that. The current crop, with what Ten Hag trying to implement, what we're seeing. What are these areas you all think the team needs to improve in?
Let me pull out that scroll, boy. Jeez. So we're talking about what the team has improved in, right?
What they need to improve in still.
Or still need to?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can go. I can go. I think it's clear. I think
Go ahead,
to
Nico.
me, it's clear what the team needs at this moment in time. I think the team needs to be more creative. I think we need to create more chances for our strikers. Um, that is one. And two, we need to be more clinical, more
Yeah.
ruthless, more efficient in terms
Yeah.
of
In
chance.
front of goal.
Yeah, in terms of chance completion or goal completion. To me, we need to be more effective in that. If if that means maybe different profiles of players. Maybe the team doesn't have a profile of player. If it's maybe a De Jong type, which is more a Ten Hag style of player. If we do have a player in that mold to help create that creativity, or a finisher, maybe not in his mold at the moment. We need to get that. If it's that's what we need, I think that is the areas for me we need to improve. I think defensively we are very strong. I think even in midfield play, we are okay. That's in the forward and the creativity wise. I think we could be more clinical,
College.
more creative in that area of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can I
Chef?
can agree with that.
All
Yeah.
right.
Nobody same. I think defensively, sorry, we we deep in terms of players, in terms of how we play there. Yeah, right now I ain't had to worry too much about defense. But you see, the final third, the I ain't too much about the creating because to me, Ericsson and Bruno and them does real create. But our finishing have to be more clinical. And if that means, I think the one position, if we talk about going out for players, we need a forward.
Yeah,
Chef,
but we're not
that's
but
not.
we're not talking about we're
Yeah.
not talking about going out. We're talking about the
Right.
current
But
crop
what
and what yeah.
improvement? Yeah, forward,
Yeah.
Yeah.
scoring.
What we have.
Scoring. Yeah,
Chef,
scoring.
so to kind of counter that, right? Because you say is not creating, but finishing. But myself and Rima was talking about it. If you look at the big chances that United create, that we see even in the league, right? We are maybe down in fifth or sixth when City and Liverpool, Arsenal way ahead of us in chance creation. And to me, if we want to be an elite team, then we need to be up there in terms of chance creation. I think how much
Agreed.
was it was Dream? Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was bad. It was
It
bad
was, it was,
actually when
it
you
was bad,
compare
and if
when
you
you
had that,
compare to
if you had
the
that, and you could post that up, it will actually show.
Was it not like 19 to something?
No,
Crazy.
that's how it's
in the
clear.
question for me, in the question for me
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's let me
No,
see.
but we could do better. We could definitely do better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in terms of transcription, I think we low down. So that's definitely an area
Yeah,
where the team needs to
yeah,
improve.
yeah. So I have it here where let me say in this league, right? Man City would have created 108 chances, right? Big chances, right? And United would have created 55, right? So that is almost half the amount of chances created, right? Liverpool would have created 88, Chelsea 74. Even Everton, Wolves have created more than us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely transcription is definitely a area where the team needs to improve. And I think Darian agreeing with that here. He's saying here we don't create clear cut chances often enough. All right. Simeon saying here we need Bruno to be more clinical and score more. We need Martial to return to top form and
Mm-hmm.
score, and anybody on the right to put a ball in the net consistently. Yeah. JP.
Yeah, I think we need to look at, you see what Rashford doing on the left. We need to get that happening on the right, because you're seeing every goal today came from Rashford.
Mm-hmm.
All three goals today were Anthony had to pick up his game a little bit. and Bruno had to become more of a creative force and more of a goal scoring force too, because we leaving everything for the forwards. But if we spread the goals around the team too, then we will start to see the more dominating passes that we want to get early on in games. Um, Something I think we could work on too. We handling the ball better as a team now, but I feel sometimes in the game we need to take a little better care with the ball, because sometimes you're still seeing the wayward passing or people just getting caught on the ball a little too easily.
Yeah.
So I would say taking care of the ball. You see how like a City you will just pass you off the park and you can't even touch the ball. Like we need to get to that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know why every game around the 60th, 65th minute mark, the game is always turned and we just find ourselves under pressure. You know? I don't know if it's fatigue. I don't know whether Ten Hag need to work on the fitness levels of the players or whether it's a concentration thing. But I just find like our control of the game, we just release control of the football and we just find ourselves on the back foot. And I find it happen in too much games regularly to be a cause for concern. You know, we looking good. We start off games proper. You know, we maintain a certain level of control. You know, we will do we thing. We will look good. And then all of a sudden, 60th minute, 65th minute, just so we find ourselves under pressure and we back against a wall and we had to throw on Maguire and we had to throw on our next defender and we had to bring on a tall player. And I mean, I'm not knocking the need for that in some games, but sometimes I find it's something that has happened because we allow it to happen as opposed to we can't do nothing about it and the team just better than us now. So I agree with everything that Nico, JP, and Chef said in terms of areas of improvement. But for me, one thing I would like to see is us manage out games better. Because even when I remember even in the Europa League earlier games against Omonia and thing, we find ourselves, I don't know if I remember that game at Omonia, almost scorn and all kind of thing, and we dragged to win that game.
Yeah.
So we have to see out games better, and I know it might be a fatigue thing, but let me be a little more intelligent when we use the ball, as JP said. You know, just get some comments here. Aaron Jones on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying Martial is not it. Yeah. Big Phil on the inside, he's saying now land Christmas done. Nico, he talk about the Christmas tree.
Yeah. Hey,
Say,
Phil, I don't know how it is in Canada or even in Barbados, right? But in Trinidad, Christmas is done till about the 15th of January or something like that.
It's
February or something?
Nah, in January. Sometime.
The 13th of January.
The 13th, so we still in Christmas.
He's still in Christmas.
Yeah, the friends
Yeah, men still getting paranormal now.
Yeah, so we still in Christmas mode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your opinion, Chad? You could still get paranormal now.
Darius said the ball retention could be better. I think on this comment, ball retention with purpose, because it doesn't make sense keeping the ball passing from defender to left, back to center, back to defensive midfielder, back to the goalkeeper. Right? So definitely agree with this, that it could be better. So fellas, moving on. Let me talk about JP boy, Rashford, and Rashford's form. Right? Another top performance, right?
Man, form like secondary school, boy.
Yeah, the man contributed in every goal today, and he has been key, in our good run, and even he was awarded the Player of the Month of December for Manchester United. What could we, attribute to his turnaround? What could we say is responsible for Rashford's turnaround?
I think
you don't have woman problems these days. I know it's someone joking, but I'm so serious.
It could be a big thing.
That is true.
Yeah, but I think it's a holistic thing. I'm not doubting Chef. Maybe one problem is one. One of the holistic. But I think he has been fitter this season. I think Ten Hag would have ensured that he has been 100% fit. I think he himself would have ensured that he was 100% fit, and I think that's the foundation to build on, and a proper preseason as well. So he had a proper preseason, came to the preseason fit, and then on top of it, even when they had the, I can't, if you all remember, when it had a sit down a discussion with the team, and Rashford would have said, well, you told Ten Hag, you said that you would have played me through the middle, but I still not getting the opportunity, and then he started to get the opportunity to play down the middle. So to me, that showed a sense of respect from the coach now. So you tell me this, all right, we had a discussion and we work it out. So now we're having a more affectionate relationship, or a more understanding relationship, a more respectful relationship with the manager. And I think that has helped also. Because it have players that we know, and we know that Rashford is one. You massage him and you will get a lot out of him. And you know Martial is another one like that. So I think that's working for him. I think Ten Hag would have identified that and kind of bringing out the best in that. And as JP was saying, don't write him off as yet. We might see the best of him, and I definitely we see the best of him at the moment. But I think it's a more holistic approach other than just maybe just fitness alone, or maybe the manager trusting him more. I think it's a more holistic reason why he has improved this much.
I will say this. On all seriousness, too, I think is really two things more than anything. One is definitely management style. Ten Hag, the way Ten Hag deals with things, the way he deals with players and stuff, is not. You could see he more deep in, and just watching how he dealing with the whole Sancho vibes. Is that he is one of them believe if a player mental not there, then the physical not there either. So he will take the time with you, as Nico rightfully said. He's a man management, as in he will put the hand around you, but he will also be very stern with you too. That's one. And the second part is I just believe the man finally maturing. This is the player. Listen, everybody know the kind of skill level this boy have, that on his day he unstoppable. And we've been waiting for that for years, all kind of excuses. And like we finally starting to see the fruits of it now, I hope.
Yeah. And before I come to JP, let me just get some
Yeah,
comments here, right?
yeah,
All right. Anderson on the inside. Anderson, thanks for joining, buddy. He's saying his 3 words is Erik Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Right, and he's also saying it's called management, and I think that was one
Yep.
of the phrases Sir Alex Ferguson used when they asked him, how he's able to get the best out of all these players, and he said it's called management, right? Phil, I missed the draw. The draw for the
No.
FA Cup, I think that is Monday or Tuesday or something.
Monday.
Tuesday.
Monday.
I think Tuesday.
no.
Monday.
Okay. Whenever it's the 9th. All right.
Monday.
Right. So Simeon saying here, as mentioned before, he has a good understanding with Martial. So probably that could contribute as well. JP, go through.
They actually say Sunday, but it's Sunday the 8th of January will be the draw.
Yeah, I think Rashford.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Rashford gets a proper rest first of all in the summer. He get a rest. Then he himself spoke about mentally he wasn't right, and I think he deal with the that he was going through. He put that right in his life too, and as Chef say, I think is maturity, because Rashford know his role in the team. He's not the young up. He is like the player on the team now that we supposed to be looking to something happen first. And something I do like to do is compare and say, hey, this man look like this player. But honestly, in certain runs Rashford made today, I was seeing 2008, 2009 Cristiano Ronaldo. in some of the ways he was running at players, it starting to recognize his place in the team. I think that is what it is. He really seeing now that I am the guy here, and he grabbing that fully and running with it, and I love to see it. I love to see.
Yeah, yeah. King on really put on the inside United man. He's saying Rashford and his girlfriend make back up. I think they engaged. But
Yeah,
for
that too.
me,
Yeah.
what I realized Ten Hag is doing, well, two things, and I think Anderson mentioned it. You see, management, player management, that's a big thing, right? To know how to treat differently with different players. That's one. Two, Ten Hag said, I can't remember when he was being interviewed, and he said he does work individually with players, and then he's work collectively with players. So you see, when a player understand exactly and specifically what a manager want from him, you understand that is go a long way. Not only that, Nico talk about trust. When you know a manager trusts you and have confidence in you, that is go a long way, especially when with these new age type of players that need that kind of reassurance and they need that hug and kiss and that kind of thing. Because
Yeah, the
lately,
Sophie.
yeah, this generation of players soft,
Yeah.
right? And I realize,
Yeah.
the length as to which Ten Hag went in to make sure his attacking players, know what they're about. They're exposed to as much information as possible because he brought in Benny McCarthy. This fella came in specifically to work with attackers, right?
Finishers,
So
yeah.
yeah, and how to finish, positioning, runs, all them things because we know McCarthy was little in his time,
Yeah.
right? So that kind of investment Ten Hag has made in his attacking players,
Yeah.
for me, has to directly contribute to what we're seeing right now, especially with the kind of form Rashford on right now. And let me don't forget fitness. That's a big thing because JP said, seasons before, Rashford always, doing something else. He always playing injured. He always have a tournament to play mid pre-season, and he was never able to rest and clear his mind and then come back in fresh. So all of these things kind of put together, is what I believe helping Rashford. And then when they start to score, confidence go build on confidence and confidence, and everything will just start to fall into place for you. Because I remember this season, Rashford didn't start off too good, but the manager continued to show faith in him, continue to work with him in training. They're doing so much work with the attackers because even today they were talking about, the attackers working on the weaker foot training. I don't know if previous managers used to do that. I don't want to take nothing away from, previous managers, but it never came out to us like that. So we're seeing where a lot of focus is being put on the well-being of these guys, as well as different aspects of the game where they could have improved and actually practicing patterns, So long may it continue, and it's just to get men like Sancho, Anthony, and Martial, on that
Elanga. Yeah.
Ilanga, whoever, on that upward trajectory, and see them fellas, enjoying that kind of form too. Kieran Niles on the inside from YouTube, thanks for joining, man. He's saying the Sancho situation is like buying a new car and not taking proper care of it. And Ten Hag is bringing back the car back to how it's supposed to be. Exactly, and that's exactly what we were saying,
Yeah.
right? So, King on really saying Sancho coming back ready. Yeah, man.
Hope so.
I think we have seen nobody feeling that Ten Hag yet. So let me see what we're coming back with Sancho, right? Dream Chase on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying I could only imagine how Greenwood would have been under this manager. Boy.
Yeah.
Phil saying here, even though Marcus Rashford is not that effective on the right, I will give him until maybe next year till he becomes comfortable there.
And I have seen some improvements, especially
Yeah.
since after the World Cup. I think in the World Cup he played on that side
Definitely.
for a period.
Yeah.
But since after the World Cup, I have seen him look more effective and more comfortable on the right hand side. So again, as Phil would have said,
And I even given him And I'm even giving
I
them
think
till
you'll get
next year.
better. Yeah, I think definitely you'll get better because if you look, Ganacho coming on leaps and bounds, and
Yep.
every game Ganacho contributing
Yeah.
to the attacking. So at some point, Ganacho might be integrated into the team and even on the right because when Ganacho assisted Shaw was from on the right. So maybe Ganacho is another player might develop on the right hand side as well.
Yeah. So guys, we understand, we seeing how critical and crucial Rashford is, to this team. He has been contributing. He has been heavily involved,
Excuse.
in most of our goals, if not all. Right? I mean, he was involved in all today, right? 2 assists and 1 goal. Would you rotate Rashford versus Charlton on Tuesday? And
Yeah.
following that, consider one, Bruno is suspended. What would be your 11 for Charlton on Tuesday? And remember, that's the quarterfinals, I think. So we want to mess about. And Charlton didn't just reach there by chance, right? So would you rotate Rashford, considering Bruno is suspended? And what would your 11 be for the Charlton game on Tuesday? That's the Carabao Cup quarterfinals.
All right, I go start. Right. My back four, I think I'm comfortable against Charlton. I think, and again, if this back four can handle Charlton Athletic earlier, something wrong, right? Because when Basaka has been cut, the hair we go with the hair, right? I go with no Heaton, I go with no Butland, right? Forget that. But my back four, I'm going with Lindelof and Maguire, right? Or in fact, no, let me stop, right? I'm going with Martinez and Lindelof, but for some reason I think Maguire will play, right? But Martinez will get some game time, right? Is either Martinez, Maguire, or Lindelof, right? Left back, I'm going with Shaw, right? I'm going with Shaw left back. I'm going with Wan-Bissaka right back. Right? I think Wan-Bissaka has done well to get a rest today, but to come back into the team because he has been doing well, right? Wan-Bissaka coming back in. I think in the midfield again, I'm going with Steady Eddie, or as much as City coming up. I think he coming off at 70 minutes today shows that maybe Tenang has him in his plans for against Charlton. So I'm going with Steady Eddie in the middle, and I'm going with Fred. I'm going with Fred because I think Fred has been showing a decent bit of confidence and a decent bit of form in the position he has been playing. So I'm going with Fred. In my wide positions, again, I started with Martial. I think we still need that focal point on top to hold up the ball. I think I'm going with Martial. I rest in Rashford. With Bruno out, and I want more outfield.
One more in midfield, and 2 attackers, the wide attackers.
Right. So I'm going with Garnacho. I started with Garnacho. But I'm going with Ilanga. Right. I'm going with Ilanga, and I say Scott and no, I didn't go with Scott. Scott is starting for me. But that is what I'm going with for now.
You're missing a midfielder, Nico.
No, but
Who's in midfield?
I see nobody.
You prefer play short.
No, I prefer short. No, what Van der Beek out, right? Van der Beek out. Iqbal again, no minutes.
Yeah.
Well, Gary McTominay. Yeah.
So
No, Casemiro. Casemiro and McTominay with Fred playing higher because I find Fred
so
attacking
with
much
Fred.
better.
So
No. McFred and Casemiro and McTominay are two different things. No. I want to see. I want to hear them two McFred in that sentence. No, right? It's Casemiro and McTominay with Fred higher up the field. No. It's different. It's either somewhere.
So just to recap, so Nico's starting team for Charlton is De Gea, Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Martinez, and Shaw, right? Casemiro, McTominay, Fred, Garnacho, Marcel, and Ilanga. All right, all right. Chef, let me hear you.
Right. The here. Let me say this, eh? Big up to one, a starting one, but one one the best one at taking Dalo position, you know.
No.
I watched Dalo come on today, but that little cameo, that man a million miles better than Wan Basaka right now. But anyhow, I stayed with one in good form. So one at right, Malasia at left. Shaw and I want to say Shaw and Maguire, but I'm afraid them two could anyhow, I would say Martinez and Maguire in the center. Arresting Shaw. Fred Casimiro. Bruno out. God, but I try not to go down that Mark Fred part, but no. But you know what? Mark Fred. I playing Mark Fred in this game. Dog, if we can't be Charlton Athletic, something wrong with me.
And at home, eh? And at home, eh?
And at home.
Yeah.
So right, so Mark Fred, Ganacho on one wing, Anthony on one wing, Martial up front.
All
Yeah.
right.
No Garnacho?
Huh?
No Garnacho?
Yeah, Ganacho on one wing,
Okay.
Anthony on one wing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Segato.
Okay.
So far, Nico and Chef,
Mhm.
rotating Rashford, right? JP, let me hear your 11.
So my difference is I started Heaton, um, Wan-Bissaka on the right, Manasseh on the left. I think we will see Maguire and Martinez. I would love Simura rest, but I feel like we don't have a player to really replace him. So I'm going with Casemiro and Fred. No, actually it's Casemiro and McTominay. I feel will take that position. Fred will take Bruno place. I put in Garnacho on the left. Some minutes and more confidence, so I put in him on the right. And Martial, same thing, he need more minutes and confidence, so I put him on top.
All right, nice. So let me see the comments saying here. All right. So Anderson saying he go rest Rashford, right? He also saying here, see how the game going, keep him on the bench, so we could always pull him off the bench.
Yeah, second half.
Yeah.
Second half. If things looking as sticky, we bring on the man who win form, man.
Yeah.
Right. Kieran Niles saying here, once we can get six or 4 points from City and Arsenal games, that would be a big statement from where we started from the beginning of the season. Title charge hashtag. All right. So he's saying from them 2 games, if we could win both, we'll just get 4 points. So a win and a draw. All right. Here I want to lose none. Dwayne on the inside, good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man.
What doing?
Phil saying here, midfield three of Fred, Casemiro, and Eriksen, front three of Garnacho, Marcel, and Anthony. Alright, so he said basically 2 8s and a 6. Alright, Devin John the inside, good night, buddy. He's saying Rashford looking proper, so it's a celebration. I feel he was going through something mentally last season. The man saying he had on this season. Yeah, Eric on the inside, he's saying Anthony wasn't perfect today, but I felt he looked better. The offense support from Dalot helped.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Phil saying here, Jack Butland, Spider-Man, Lindelof, Martinez, and Tyrell Malenciaga. They're saying here, Butland, Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, Maguire, Malacia, Fred McTominay, Bruno suspended. Right, Ilanga, Marcel, and Garnacho. Right. Erik saying here, Marcel again not clinical enough. Yes. My 11 for that game. right? I don't think Butland making that team. I think De Gea will continue in net,
No, no, yeah.
right? I go with one because one showing some abilities again, so one definitely making it. Because of the whole hullabaloo around Maguire starting, Martinez need the minutes, so Martinez getting the minutes. And I go with Malacia again because I think Shaw could do it a break for that City game. Right? Midfield, again, we need Casemiro inside there for that kind of stability. Right? And we could see with Casemiro that even though he dared to do some defensive work, he's also very good in terms of being a creative outlet. Right?
Especially in games like them where
Mm-hmm.
you might be missing new creators.
Yeah, and you see Charlton coming out like a cup final for them, so we can't take them for
Yeah,
granted neither. Right? So I go and
Mm-hmm.
pair Casemiro with
Mm-hmm.
Fred, who has been doing very, very good with his cameos. And I drop in Ericsson inside it to let Ericsson play because we need that kind of control. We talk about control, fellas, so we need to control this football. I ain't trust McTominay. Right? Up top, Garnacho, Anthony need minutes, and I agree Martial need minutes as well. Right? And yeah, and Rashford there to give you the kind of impact we're gonna need if need be. If we don't have to bring on Rashford, all your Rashford are playing that game. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Different just seeing here
Yeah.
Butland, Juan Maguire, Martinez, Malacia, Scott Iqbal, Fred, Anthony, Ilanga and Garnacho. You're
Nah,
really
nah, nah. That's
heavily
all I got
rotate there, boy.
championship. Nah, that's all I got championship team there. Nah,
Man,
the
man
Vinja,
rotate
you're going
everybody.
too heavy there, but you're going too heavy there.
Everybody
The
on it.
Vindra, use a gambling man, boy.
Nah, you going too
Yeah,
heavy there,
he say
pal.
bring Rashford and Marcelo on the 60. Nah,
You
buddy,
know,
nah, buddy.
I would
Doing
want
saying here, he's saying Charlton
to
run
run
Brighton in their last
Brighton.
game, so they come in to run. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, fellas, I think that brings us to the end of the show this evening. You
Yeah.
know, um, let me get some closing thoughts.
Yeah,
Nico?
again, today's performance and simple as the today's team selection shows how serious, how committed Ten Hag is to winning something. And as fans, as much as we're looking at the league, and we might be concerned in terms of the heavy minutes that players are getting. We could understand. We can understand that. We need this too. We as fans need this, and Ten Hag would have seen that himself that we need this. And from the past, what we have seen is when players are heavily rotated for some reason, when they come back the next game, is like, Gerald, they get a whole game off, right?
Yeah.
But you had to come back looking so. And so, to me, Ten Hag, keeping, continuing to give players minutes, and he's also managing the minutes. Because we saw it with Ericsson, we saw it with Casemiro, and we saw it even with Rashford over the previous games where he wasn't playing 90 minutes, he came off early, and getting that rest. So Ten Hag managing his team, so he's managing the team to challenge for trophies, and I think as fans, I think we're appreciating that, and I appreciating that push. Charlton coming up, again, another big game for us to go into, deeper, and the chances of getting a trophy even higher. So yeah, let's continue that, man.
Yeah. Chef?
But I just want to continue in this good form as long as possible. No matter who the team playing, give the all, everybody. And not even you wouldn't even hear me talking about Maguire, because as long as he's a Manchester United player, I want him to do well also. I want everyone that we squad do well. So just continue to push and let me see how much we could get us.
Yeah.
Yeah, JP?
Yeah, I just want to mention how you're seeing Ten Hag himself on the sideline, how much more relaxed he looking in the job. As much as he intense on the sideline, you're seeing he more relaxed on the job now, and it's like he
True.
he is the Manchester United manager now. This is his team. You're seeing that this is his team and they play his style of football. So to me, as a fan, that bringing confidence in me because direction, you're seeing that we fighting for the competitions that we in. We're not lying down for any of them. We're not taking any of them as whether it's a Carabao Cup or there's a everything we are approaching with a winning mentality. That's all Manchester United fans want to see after all the years of the stress that we go through. You just want to see a club fighting and your name calling in terms
in the
of
mix.
greatness, not the yeah, the press was too happy to talk about all the negative over the last few years, but now you're seeing them, they don't have a choice but to sing our praises. And that is what
True.
that's for me as we nobody can talk to you right now. They can't talk to me.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Dwayne saying here, we actually making tackles now. Yeah, them fellas
Yeah.
playing for the badge. They're playing for the badge. And just to the Chelsea men who was on the podcast last
Yeah.
show, Nico, what
Yeah,
happened in that
yeah,
game, eh?
yeah. I call them, I'm blazing them out.
Yeah. You wanna come and jump out the
Nothing,
selfie?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, but anyway,
nothing surprising.
so guys,
True.
yeah. So guys, it was nice. Nico, JP, Chef, thanks for joining, guys. Those in the comments. Don't forget to like and share. We're also on YouTube, so don't forget to go on that side and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we will be here on the next one. We here for the game on Tuesday where we host Charlton Athletic in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. So from there is the
Yeah.
semis and I think that is playing Wembley. So yeah. Final comment. Phil saying here we need to start looking for Erik's replacement. De Jong.
Yeah.
And a proper
And
backup to
Casemiro
Casemiro.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my only. I doesn't want to talk
Yeah.
things in the air, but that is concerning to me.
Yeah, because you see what Chelsea do, then get a replacement for Thiago, Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Correct. But this Onana fella, he
Yeah.
looked good today. I'm watching him. I'm keeping my eye on him. He's looking like a nice little bruiser.
I like
I know if
Onana. I find Onana is a good player. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not at Casemiro level, but I
Yeah.
find it somebody I could, if Everton go down, we were getting for cheap. All right, fellas. So have a good
right.
weekend and see you all on the next one.
Good night.
Yeah.